What's up, everybody? It's Mr. John coming to you live from the Verde Eco School, here with the Hey Blue special holiday onesie story time. The Hey Blue story time, where we bring police officers and community members together to read books, sing songs, and have an awesome time. Today is a special occasion because right now, wherever you are, if you can take a picture of your family watching this story time and upload it to either the Hey Blue page, the Verde Eco School page, or the Big Brothers and Big Sisters page, for every time that you upload your picture watching this show, we have Ben & Jerry's and we have Center State Bank and the Hey Blue Initiative will all donate $1 to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida. That's right, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida. So, my friends, we have so many awesome things in store for you tonight. I really hope that you're ready to rock out with us and see some awesome stories. But first, we always have to start by saying hello. So we always start by patting our thighs. Patting our thighs. Patting our thighs. Patting our thighs. Hello, everybody. We're so glad to see you. Hello, everybody. We're so glad to see you. Hello, to Miss Ayana. We're so glad to see you. Hello, to Miss Annabella. We're so glad to see you too. Hello, to Miss Kyrie. We're so glad to see you. Hello, to Mr. Latwan. We're so glad to see you too. Hello, to Mr. Jeff. We're so glad to see you. Hello, to the children that are watching tonight. Hello, to my moms. We're so glad to see you. Hello, to my dads. We're so glad to see you too. Hello, to Miss Brittany. She's on the ones and twos. Hello, to everyone. We're so glad to see you. All right, my friends, so we got special holiday songs for you tonight. We got ugly onesies. We got ugly sweaters. We got awesome stories. And our first story tonight is going to be brought to you by Mr. Latwan from the BSU over at Florida Tech. Mr. Latwan, come on in. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us tonight. Please take it away. Let them know what book you'll be reading.
First off, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope that everyone's having a nice holiday. I will be reading The Great Spruce by Rebecca Gibbon. Great Spruce by Rebecca Gibbon. Hope you can see this. Alec loved to climb trees. He climbed all trees in town, the little apple trees, the wide willow trees, even the tall locust trees. But the tree he liked to climb the most was the great spruce. It was the magical of all the trees, tall and strong and spreading ever upward. His grandpa told him many times the story of the year he transplanted the tree a long time before Alec was born. Digging carefully, he moved the little spruce from the shade of the forest floor to a sunny spot where the tree could stretch his arms and reach for the sky. Because his grandpa no longer could climb the tree himself, Alec would race to the very top and tell him about all he could see from up there. He imagined scouting from the crow's nest of an old ship, searching for pirates along the river that ran past the city to the sea. Each winter, Alec and his grandpa would decorate the tree. Our tree likes a lot of lights and tinsel, Grandpa told Alec. When they were done, their tree shone like a Christmas tree lighthouse. One day, Alec was collecting spruce cones in the upper branches when a few curious men stopped to look at the tree. One of the men knocked on Alec's front door. When Alec's parents appeared, the men asked if they could take the great spruce of the Christmas celebration into the city. Alec's parents thought it would be a great honor and agreed, but Alec would not believe what he heard. His tree would be gone forever. Days later, a crew arrived to remove the tree with a giant chainsaw. Everyone in the town came to watch. The saw started up and it was terribly loud, but Alex was even louder when he screamed, "Stop!" The tall man turned off the saw. A breeze blew through the branches of the great spruce, whispering a sigh of relief. "You don't have to cut this tree down," Alex said. He was shaking and felt so many eyes on him, but he found his grandpa's face in the crowd. He knew. We can dig it up. You can burrow the tree instead." Alec's grandpa, with a smile as bright as any star, grabbed 2 shovels and handed one to Alec. Before long, everyone was digging, even the crew from the city. They began to dig a circle around the tree. When they finished digging, they wrapped the tree's huge root ball with a burlap and a big, thick rope. The city sent a tugboat with a mighty crane to lift the tree from the earth and hoist it onto the boat. The crew asked Alec if he'd like to join them on the voyage down the river to the city. "Can my grandpa come too?" Alec asked. And so they set off down the dark and beautiful river as the townspeople and his parents cheered from the dock. Alec held his grandpa's hand as they sat, bundled up and excited along the gray spruce. When the tugboat pulled up to the city dock, the crane placed the tree in the bed of a giant sleigh, which was waiting with a team of horses to take the great spruce on the last leg of its journey. Up close, the city smelled like smoke, and wind blew through the tall buildings. Cars honked, a woman laughed, and Alec, his grandpa, and the great spruce moved slowly through the streets, among cheers and songs from happy faces. They arrived at the city square and a team of men and women helped move the great spruce into a special place at the center of the square. Alec and his grandpa drank hot chocolate and waited as the officials, his parents, and the face after familiar face from home arrived at the square, gathering around the great spruce. Finally, an official, tall and dressed in a fancy suit, announced to all that gathered, "This is our young friend Alec, who is lending us his tree for the holiday. Please help me thank him as he throws the switch." The crowd cried out in joy at the sight of the magnificent spruce and its many colored lights. It smelled like Christmas, and a hush fell over the city for just a minute. Suddenly, a young girl atop her father's shoulder shouted, "It's the most wonderful tree in the world. Can it stay here forever?" "We're just visiting," said Alec. "But here, take this cone. It has seeds inside. Plant them in good soil with lots of light, and don't forget to water them." After the holidays, the great spruce returned home to the earth. Alec gave it plenty of water, and by the spring, the big tree had grown even taller. Alec could see a bit further down the river, and if he looked hard enough through his telescope, he could make out the tiny sapling that took root in the big city square. And that is it. So,
all right,
thank you guys.
Mr. Latuan, that was awesome. And Mr. John is coming in right now. It is awesome, Ugly Onesie. So that's right, it is Ugly Onesie story time. It is also Ugly Sweater story time. As you saw, Mr. Latuan had his ugly sweater on today. Now, please, at home, wherever you are at home right now, take a picture of you watching this story time. Upload it to the Hey Blue page, the Verde Eco School page, or the Big Brothers and Big Sisters page using the hashtag Hey Blue. And when you do that, Ben & Jerry's, Center State Bank, and Hey Blue all are going to make a $1 donation per upload to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida Foundation. So please, I need you to do that. I need to raise money for Big Brothers and Big Sisters because it's so amazing and because the Hey Blue Initiative totally supports BBBS. So we gave you a book. Now it's time for a song. So here we go with Ho-Ho!
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you wouldn't even say it was. All of the other reindeer used to have all their names. They never let Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll look at his story. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, yeah, Mr. Brother Fleming! And one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, I'm dropping balls, baby! Off with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down to his store. We're gonna bring it down. Here we go, kids. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it close. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, come on, Fleming! I say tonight. Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. All right, my friends! We did it! And my friends, check out Corporal Brandon Fleming with his awesome Rudolph nose on. That's right. Thank you so much for joining us, Corporal Brandon Fleming. And, hold on. Sorry, friends. Oh, sorry about that. So now, my friends, our next book is going to be by Miss Kyrie Thomas Brooks. Miss Kyrie Thomas Brooks, put your ugly sweater on it here. All right, here we go, my friends. Miss Kyrie, take it away.
All right, guys. Today I'm going to be reading Frozen Noses by Jan Carr, illustrated by Dorothy Donahue. I hope you guys can see that. Okay. Frozen noses, tingly toeses, sniffle, snuffle, winter's cold. Better bundle, quiver, shiver, booted, buckled, buttonholed. Snowballs, throw balls, pack and stack them, roly-poly, chubby chap. Coal for eyes, a proper topper, whoosh of wind. Whoa, catch that hat. Onward, upward, I'm a climber. Scramble up, heave ho the rope. Veer down, steer down. Whee, I'm wheezing. Thump a bump, the slippery slope. Lace my skates up, tie them tightly. Ready, steady, I won't fall. Slide, collide, get good at gliding. Hit a skid, whoops, all a sprawl. Sun sets early, skies a swirly, clouds collect. Another storm. Bundle blankets, crackle, kindle, cup of cocoa. Winter's warm. Thank you.
All right, Gary Thomas Brooks, everybody! What an awesome job she did with that book, right? What was it called again? Frozen Noses. That's right, Frozen Noses. So my friends at home, I hope you are all taking pictures and going on to the comments and putting up those pictures of you watching, all of your family watching right now, because that is money, right? That is money that's going to go to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida. Tons of donations. Thank you so much, Miss Glenn Marie Hamilton, tuning in from Chicago tonight. Thank you, Miss Melanie Agnalo, coming in all the way from Staten Island, baby. Thank you, Miss Jamie Ellis Divine, checking us out tonight. So proud and so happy that you were all checking us out. Thank you so much. Please upload those photos. And right now, we're going to go all the way to Mr. Jeff right now. Mr. Jeff, right now, he's going to rock you with this awesome book. It is a classic, everybody. Mr. Jeff, come on and let everybody know what book you're going to be reading tonight.
Well, tonight I'm going to be reading Ezra Jack Keats' The Snowy Day.
That's right. Mr. Gallup, please take it away.
Absolutely. All right, so here we go. And by the way, I'm in Florida. It doesn't snow very much here, but I wish it would be like this book. All right, so here we go. All right, we have here, one winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. There's Peter, and he's looking out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Take a look at that. Isn't that amazing? Snow was everywhere. And now, after breakfast, he put on his snowsuit, his onesie, right? And he ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street, enough to make a path for walking. Right, very good. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out just like this. Like that, right? He walked with his toes pointing in just like this, right? Take a look at him walking through that snow. Beautiful. And then he dragged his feet slowly. Did you ever drag your feet slowly? Wow, it can make a sound. And look, he started to make tracks in the snow. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. Let's find out what that is. It was a stick. Have you ever found a stick in the snow? Take a look at this. It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Take a look at that. Look at that snow-covered tree. Beautiful. Down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. And there is another picture. You see Peter walking in what? More tracks. Let's see where he's going. And now, look, nightfall. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough yet. Not quite old enough. So he made a smiling snowman, kind of like Frosty, just someone to play with. And he made snow angels. Take a look. You ever made a snow angel? And he pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a big, tall, heaping mountain of snow. And then he slid all the way down. That has to be fun. And it says here, he picked up a handful of snow and another, and still another. What's Peter up to? He packed it round and firm, and he put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. And then he went right back into his warm house. All right. So can you see? There he is. He's packing all that snow. And he told his mother all about his adventures that day while she took off his wet socks. Take a look at his mom. Mom is taking care of him. She's taking off of his wet socks after playing all day in the snow. And he thought about them. There he is. He's in the bathtub and he's thinking about, guess what? Before he got into the bed, he looked into his pocket, but his pocket was empty. You remember what he put into his pockets? All right. The snowball wasn't there, and he felt very sad. And if you can see the picture, you see the big old wet stain where the snowball was. All right. So then he went ahead and he got into bed. Very sad, it says here. Now, while he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away outside. And if you can see the sun right there, look at that, pretty warm, almost like Florida. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere. New snow was even falling. So beautiful. And after breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went outside into the deep, deep snow. Look how deep that snow is. And look, can you see Peter and his friend? Ah, nice. Very nice. And that, my friends, is the end of the snowy day.
All right, Mr. Jeff, thank you so much for your rendition of The Snowy Day by Jack Keats.
It is
Ezra Jack Keats.
Yes.
That's right. Awesome job. Thank you so much. And now, my friends at home, please, I hope that you are all taking those photos of you watching this story time, uploading it to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida, or the Hey Blue, or the Verde Eco School pages. That's where we are right now. We're on the Verde Eco School campus right now. We got it warm and toasty. We got a fire here. I'm going to show you all that in a minute. Okay, but first, my friends, I think it's time for us to do a song. Let's see what song we can get going today. Through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, all the hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! The birds shall sing, make these spirits rise. What fun it is to laugh and sing on a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Woo!
Now the ground is white.
This verse with me, right? Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. It is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. All right, my friends. That was amazing. Woo! Mr. John is tired, but I have all the energy in the world for all of my friends out there. Wherever you are watching, please, pictures, please, hashtag Hey Blue. Please upload to your social media. Hashtag Hey Blue. Hashtag the Verde Eco School. Hashtag so that we can sit there and we can give money. We want to make it rain up in big brothers and big sisters of Central Florida this holiday season. So please help us do that. Ben & Jerry's, Center State Bank, and Hey Blue, we want to give this money away to big brothers and big sisters, and we need your help. So please step up and just take a picture of your family watching it and upload it. Share it and upload it. Please, thank you so much. So the next book that we're going to rock out is going to be with Corporal Brandon Fleming. Corporal Fleming coming to us all the way from Virginia. That's right. Corporal Fleming, please take it away, sir.
Thank you, sir. Tonight, hello, everybody. Happy holidays. Tonight, I am going to read How to Catch an Elf. We've tried for so many years, me and my children. Just doesn't seem to happen. So, it's Christmas Eve. Hip hop hooray. Yes, Santa's coming round. He's bringing toys to girls and boys in every house in town. Some kids have tried to catch him, but Santa's fast, you see. So they've set their eyes on a smaller prize, and now they're after me. I'm not my friend upon a shelf who comes each year and just sits. No, I've got style and I've got grace. I'm the elf that never quits. Now, Santa's ready. It's time to go. I'm sure your traps are scary, and I'll do my best to dodge them all and leave you feeling merry. Oh, look at the cookies and milk. And I go to Emma's house to make sure all is clear. A tinsel net? Oh, that's just fun. I won't get caught in here. Jaden's trap cannot be missed. I think it's double-sided. He's got his spot on my naughty list. You bet that's been decided. Looks like it. Another house is filled with treats. These kids are getting smarter. I can't resist the candy canes. Whew, my job is getting harder. Look, they've got a cat set up for them. Santa slowly lowers me into a dangerous room. And if I touch down, he won't just frown. There'll be a bonbon boom. Woo, lots of candy and chocolate flying all around. Now your Christmas maze is all laid out. My work's no longer cushy. I safely brought you all your gifts, but hey, you zapped my tushy. And now my radar is perking up. This next one's quite a chore. We don't know yet what lies ahead in this family grocery store. We run inside and get caught up in an avalanche of food. We've seen all kinds of traps before, but not of this magnitude. The dinner cannon burps and spits and shoots out ham and gravy. And then it follows with dessert. Please, Santa, will you save me? Look, even Santa's having to jump out the way. We tumble down the waterfall above the Eggnog River, but Santa and I are an awesome team, and together we deliver. And now it's time for us to leave. Our night is nearly done. Now you tried your best this Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas, everyone. And that is How to Catch an Elf.
Ha-ha! You caught Mr. John with his ears off. Thank you so much, Corporal Brandon Fleming, from all the way from South Hill, Virginia, with his awesome llama awesome sweater on. That is so super cool, man. Super cool. I'm hoping that one day somebody out there would make me a cool Hey Blue ugly sweater that looks like that, because that's super cool. So, my friends, I think right now we should rock out with another song. What do you think? Huh? I think somebody might, let me use my ears, somebody might be coming to town soon, I think. What do you think? Huh?
Yes.
I think. Here we go. Sorry. Dun, dun, dun.
You better
Watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
There you go.
He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. All right, my friends. Everybody, I know you will all sing it at home. I know that you will. I heard you. Look how big these ears are. I can hear you all the way to South Hill, Virginia. I can hear you all the way to Staten Island, New York. I hear you all the way to LA. I hear you. And I'm so happy that you joined us today to help raise money for the special holiday ugly onesie, ugly sweater fundraiser for the Big Brothers and Big Sisters, where we donate $1 for every time you take a picture of you watching at home and upload it to your social media pages using the hashtag HeyBlue. Okay, when you do that, send a state bank. Hey Blue and Ben and Jerry's all will donate $1. Ben and Jerry's locally here in Melbourne. Center State Bank locally here in Melbourne. Shout out to Miss Chris Rizzo Myers. Shout out to Stephen Chubbuck. Thank you so much for jumping on. And now we're gonna be donating some money to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Thank you so much. Now check it out, my friends. We are gonna rock out right now. We have a special on-premise guest. She wasn't supposed to read, but then she's going to read. Then she wasn't, now she is. Check it out. Miss Ayana Verdi, founder of the Verdi Eco School, is going to rock out with us right now. Miss Verdi, my wife, take it away, babe.
Oh, why, thank you. I came prepared with a book just in case, and I'm super happy to read it. It is called New Shoes for Sylvia. New shoes. Those look like some pretty red shoes. Let's find out more. All right. Look at this package. I wonder what came in that package. All right. New shoes for Sylvia. Once far away in another America, a package arrived at the post office. The package came from Tia Rosita. Inside, there were gifts for the whole family. Wow. For Sylvia, there was a wonderful present. A pair of bright red shoes with little buckles that shone in the sun like silver. Right away, Sylvia took off her old shoes and put on the beautiful new ones. Then she walked around so everyone could see. Oh, do you love getting new shoes? I love new shoes. Look at those pretty red shoes that Sylvia got. I love this book too. Mira, she called. Look. Those shoes are as red as the setting sun, her grandmother said. But they are too big for you. Oh no, your shoes are as red as the inside of a watermelon, said Papa. But they are too big. You will fall if you wear them. Tia Rosita has sent you shoes the color of a rose, said Mama. We will put them away until they fit you. Oh. Sylvia was sad. What good were new shoes if she couldn't wear them? That night, she slept with them in her bed. Have you ever gone to sleep with your shoes on? I have. The next morning, Sylvia put on the red shoes again. Perhaps she had grown during the night. No, the shoes were still too big. But she saw that they were just the right size to make beds for two of her dolls. Even though it was morning, the dolls went right to sleep in their new red beds. Oh. Oh, look at that guy. Do you see that guy in the picture? The kitty cat? I wonder if he's saying, "Can I borrow those shoes?" A week passed, and Sylvia tried on the red shoes again. Perhaps she had grown during the week. Oh, no, the shoes were still too big, but she saw that they made a fine two-car train. She pushed them all around the floor. What a good ride the babies had in their red train. Another week passed, and Sylvia tried on the red shoes again. Certainly by now she had grown big enough so they would fit. No, the shoes were still too big. But Sylvia found some string and tied it to the shoes. Then she pulled the shoes like oxen working in the field. Do you see the oxen in the field? Do you see any other animals in this picture? I do. They're right down there next to the shoes. Still another week passed, and Sylvia tried on the red shoes again. Would they fit now? No, the shoes were still too big, but she saw that they were just the right size to hold the pretty shells and smooth pebbles that she had collected when she went to the beach with her grandparents. Another week passed, and another, and another. Sometimes Sylvia was so busy playing with the other children, or helping her mama with the new baby, or feeding the chickens, or looking for their eggs, that she forgot to try on her new red shoes. One day, Mama wrote a letter to Tia Rosita. Sylvia thought about the red shoes. She emptied out all the shells and pebbles and dusted the shoes off on her skirt. They were as red and beautiful as ever. Would they fit today? Yes! Mina, Mina, she cried, running to show Mama and the baby. Look, look, my shoes are not too big now. The shoes fit. Sylvia wore her new red shoes when she walked to the post office with Mama to mail the letter. Maybe there will be a new package for us, said Sylvia. Packages don't come every day, said Mama. Maybe next time Tia Rosita will send me new blue shoes, said Sylvia. They mailed the letter and walked home. Sylvia's shoes were as red as the setting sun. They were as red as the inside of a watermelon. They were as red as a rose. The buckles shone in the sun like silver. And best of all, the shoes were just the right size for Sylvia.
I see it. See those flashing lights?
And there are Sylvia's red shoes. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful book. Thank you.
All right, Miss Ayana, founder of the Verde Eco School. Woo! Thank you so much for your awesome book, New Shoes for Sylvia. Thank you so much. And now, my friends, we're going to rock out with a song. I hope you're ready. I know you know the words to this one. Here we go. Over by a reindeer, walking home from outhouse Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe
She'd been drinking
too much eggnog,
and we begged her not to go,
go.
but she forgot her medication.
Oh, Grandma!
And she staggered through the door out in the
The
snow.
snow, in the snow.
When we found her Christmas morning at the scene of the attack, she had hoof prints on her forehead
On her forehead.
and then eating claws marks on her back.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Now we're all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well.
Oh boy,
See him in there watching football,
watching football
drinking beer and playing cards with Cousin Mel.
with Cousin Mel. Cousin Mel.
It's not Christmas without
It's
Grandma.
not Christmas without Grandma.
All the family dressed in black.
Dressed in black. We got ugly sweaters on.
We just can't help but wonder,
Woo-hoo.
should we open up her gift
Or give them back. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, as me and Grandpa we believe.
Now the goose is
On the table. Goose on the table.
and the pudding made of fig,
Figgy pudding.
and the blue and silver candles
Blue and silver
that just
candles.
had matched the hair in Grandma's wig.
Grandma's wig. I wish not.
I warned all my friends and neighbors.
All my friends and neighbors, like my man, Mr. Jeff, Mr. Corporal Brandon Fleming, Miss Harry, Mr. Latoine, Miss Ayala.
To a man who drives a sleigh and plays with elves.
Woo! Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, my friend, check this out! Hey! Look who's coming to our story time! It's our friends from the neighborhood. Look at all these friends coming over by a reindeer. Look at all our friends coming down. Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Woo! That's right, my friends. All right, my friends. That's right, my friends. Check this out. Santa's here. My friends, my mic got disconnected. I'm sorry. We have so many friends that are joining us from our community right now. Come on around, friends. Come on around. Come on around. Okay, come on around. We're going to do another. Come sit down over here, my friends. That's right, everybody. That's right. Yeah. We have so many friends here joining us tonight. Friends from all around the community. They decided that this would be an amazing place to come and do some caroling. Enjoy the Hey Blue story time. So that's what we're going to do right now. Right now, we're going to rock out with a special rendition of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's right, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We're going to be rocking out with that as soon as my friends come and sit down. But until then, I need you, everybody at home that is watching us right now, please, please take a picture, upload it. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Florida, the Verde Eco School page, Hey Blues page, hashtag Hey Blue. That's what I need from you right now. Because the more that you do it, the more money we're raising for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. This is so amazing right now. So many people are coming through because they want to help. So many people. We have Santa Claus that came. We have our fire department friends. Our fire department friends are here right now because Santa Claus, is that you? Oh, wait, let me see. I think I might see a Santa Claus. Santa Claus is here, my friends. That's right. Santa Claus is here tonight. Santa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, Santa. Hey, Santa, you want to give us any words of advice? How about 2 letters and 3 times?
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. That's right, my friends. It's so simple. It's so simple. Please tag Hey Blue and let us know that you're watching tonight on the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida page, the Hey Blue page, the Verde Eco School page. Santa Claus is here, baby. He's hanging out with us. He's going to have a good time. And we're about to rock out with How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But first, we're going to let our friends come in. All right, my friends. So check this out, okay? We're going to do a quick book right now as people come in. And then afterwards, we're going to do How the Grinch Stole Christmas, all right? Quick book right now. Quick book right now. It's going to be called A Chair for My Mother. A Chair for My Mother as people come in. And we're going to do How the Grinch Stole Christmas afterwards. Okay, here we go. Here we go, my friends. My mother works as a waitress in the Blue Tile Diner. After school sometimes, I go to meet her there. Then her boss Josephine gives me a job too. I wash the salts and peppers and fill the ketchups. One time, I peeled all the onions for the onion soup. When I finish, Josephine says, "Good work, honey." It pays me. Every time I put half my money into the jar. Very cool, huh? Check it out. As my friends are piling in, Santa Claus is here. We're going to do The Grinch right after this book. Here we go, my friends. It takes a long time to fill a jar this big. Every day when my mother comes home from work, I take down the jar. My mama empties all her change from tips out of her purse for me to count. Then we push all of the coins into the jar. Sometimes my mama is laughing when she comes home from work. Sometimes she's so tired, she falls asleep while I count the money out into piles. Some days, she has lots of tips. Some days, she has only a little. Then she looks worried. But each evening, every single shiny coin goes into the jar. We sit down in the kitchen to count the tips. Usually, Grandma sits with us too. While we count, she likes to hum. Often, she has money in her old leather wallet for us. Whenever she gets a good bargain on tomatoes or bananas or something she buys, she puts by the savings and they go into the jar. When we can't get a single other coin into the jar, we are going to take all the money and go buy a chair. You think it's a chair that maybe Santa Claus might sit in today? I don't know. Yes, a chair. A wonderful, beautiful, fat, soft armchair. We will get one covered in velvet with roses all over it. We are going to get the best chair in the whole world. That is because our old chairs burned up. There was a big fire in our other house. All our chairs burned. So did our sofa, and so did everything else. That wasn't such a long time ago. My mother and I were coming home from buying new shoes. I had new sandals. She had new pumps. We were walking to our house from the bus. We were looking at everyone's tulips. She was saying she liked red tulips, and I was saying I liked yellow ones. Then we came to our block. Right outside our house stood two big fire engines. I could see lots of smoke, just like the fire engines that are here now, because firemen are here to help us, right? They help keep us safe. Tall orange flames came out of the roof. All the neighbors stood in a bunch across the street. Mama grabbed my hand and we ran. My Uncle Sandy saw us and ran to us. Mama yelled, "Where's Mother?" I yelled, "Where's my grandma?" My aunt, Ida, waved and shouted, "She's here! She's here! She's okay, don't worry." Grandma was all right. Our cat was safe too, though it took a while to find her, but everything else in our house was spoiled. That was left. That was what was left of the house. I'm sorry. What was left of the house was turned to charcoal and ashes. We went to stay with my mother's sister, Aunt Ida, and Uncle Sandy, right? Then we were able to move into the apartment downstairs. We painted the walls yellow. The floors were all shiny, but the rooms were very, very empty. The first day we moved in, the neighbors brought pizza and cake and ice cream, just like the neighbors here in my neighborhood. I hope they do that. Would do that in your neighborhood too. They brought a lot of other things too. The family across the street brought a table and 3 kitchen chairs. The very old man next door gave us a bed from when his children were little. My other grandpa brought us his beautiful rug. My mother's sister, Sally, had made us red and white curtains. Mama's boss, Josephine, brought pots and pans, silverware and dishes. My cousin brought me her own stuffed bear. Everyone clapped when my grandma made a speech. "You are all the kindest people," she said, "and we thank you very, very much. It's lucky we're young. It's lucky we're young and could start all over." You see, my friends, that's community coming together. That's people coming together. People that care. People that care. That was last year, but we still have no sofa and no big chairs. When Mama comes home, her feet hurt. "There's no good place for me to take a load off my feet," she says. When Grandma wants to sit back and hum and cut up potatoes, she has to get as comfortable as she can on a hard kitchen chair. So that is how Mama brought home the biggest jar she could find at the diner, and all the coins started to go into the jar. Now the jar is too heavy for me to lift down. Uncle Sandy gave me a quarter. He had to boost me up so I could put it in. After supper, Mama and Grandma and I stood in front of the jar. "Well, I never would have believed it, but I guess it's full," Mama said. My brother brought me home a little paper wrap. My mother brought me home little paper wrappers for the nickels and dimes and quarters. I counted them all out and wrapped them all up. On my mother's day off, we took all the coins to the bank. The bank exchanged them for $10 bills. Then we took the bus downtown to shop for our chair. We shopped through 4 furniture stores. We tried out big chairs and smaller ones, high chairs and low chairs, soft chairs and harder ones. Grandma said she felt like Goldilocks and 3 bears trying out all the chairs. Finally, we found the chair we were dreaming of, and the money in the jar was enough to pay for it. We called Aunt Ida and Uncle Sandy. They came right down in their pickup truck to drive the chair home for us. We knew we couldn't wait for it to be delivered. I tried out our chair in the back of the truck. Mama wouldn't let me sit there while we drove, but they let me sit in it while they carried it up to the door. We sat in the chair right beside the window with the red and white curtains. Grandma and Mama and I sat in it while Aunt Ida took our picture. Now, Grandma sits in it and talks to people going by in the daytime. Mama sits down and watches the news on TV when she comes home from her job. After supper, I sit with her, and she can reach right up and turn out the light after I fall asleep in her lap. The end. My friends, that is what community is about, coming together. So many people coming together to help support each other. Look at all the people that are here tonight. Look at all the people that decided to join us for the Hey Blue story time. Everybody say hi to everybody out there that's watching tonight. Hi, everybody. So, my friends, all of the people that are here tonight, right? They all wanted to say hi, right? Hello! That's right, my friends. So, check this out. My friends, check this out. We're going to read right now How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We're going to read it for everybody that's watching tonight. And I ask all of you, whoever's here tonight, please, please take a picture of us doing this tonight. Put a hashtag, put it up on your social media with the hashtag HeyBlue, HeyBlue. If you do that, we are raising money for Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida. So all you have to do is just take a picture of us right now. Take a picture, upload it to your social media. That could be on Facebook. That could be on Instagram. That could be on TikTok. Anybody want to take a TikTok video? You can do it right here. Hashtag HeyBlue, HeyBlue. For every person that does that, Ben and Jerry's of Melbourne, Center State Bank of Melbourne, and the Hey Blue Initiative are all going to donate $1 each to go directly to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida. Because we feel strongly that mentorship is tremendous and extremely important in every community. And that's right, my friends. So I'm asking you all to help out. And right now we're going to rock out with the book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We have so many kids here. We have the fire department here. We have all my friends from the neighborhood here. We got so many people. So, if you check this out, I want to show everybody. Hold on. Check this out, my friends. We got people here from all around. Look, they wanted to come out. They all wanted to say hi. We got fire engines. We got so many people. We got hot chocolate. We got coffee. We got refreshments. We got so much stuff going on. No, I don't know what you're talking about. So, my friends, my friends, here we go. We're going to rock out now. So I'm going to ask you all. My friends at home are listening. So if you're talking a bunch, they can't hear it all. Okay? So I'm going to ask you to please, let me read this book. If you know the book, that's awesome. If you know the highlights of the book, even better. Okay? You can shout out the highlights if you know them. Are ready? Here we go, my friends. All right? Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived north of Whoville, did not. Oh. The Grinch hated Christmas. The whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. That's right, my friend. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve hating the Who's. Staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers, nervously drumming. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow, he knew, all the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise. Oh, the noise, 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 noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise, 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 noise. Then the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, 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 and would feast on who pudding and rare who roast beast. Who was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they do something he liked least of all. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start singing. They'd sing and they'd sing and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years, I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? Let's find out, my friends. Let's find out. Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I'll look just like Saint Nick. And all I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found.
Ladies, no.
Anybody want to be a reindeer?
No. Yes. I'll be a reindeer.
Yeah?
I'd rather
Yeah?
not eat carrots on Christmas.
You want to be a reindeer? Come on. Well,
Carrots are actually really
show everybody what a reindeer would look like.
Have you reindeer?
You don't know? You don't know? What would a reindeer look like? Kind of like that. A little bit.
I'm not tall.
You're not tall. It's fine. All right. So,
Oh my God. I got you.
did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max, and then he took some red thread, and then he tied a big horn on top of his head. Come back, reindeer. Come on, I got a big horn for you. Come here. Boop. All right, look at that. Boop. There it is.
I could you could put it in there.
Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Giddy up!" And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, this is the stop number one. The old Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out, the fireplace flew. Where the little Who's stocking all hung in a row, these stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go. Mr. Adam, Mr. Adam. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room, he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums. and he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's Feast. He took the Who Pudding. He took the Roast Beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who Hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast. He saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter who'd got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie and he thought it up quick. Why, my sweet little tot, the fake Santa Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there. I'll bring it back here. And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney, and he stuffed the tree up. Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire. He went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1:15 dawn. All the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed up his sled, packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it. Pooh, 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 pooh to the Who's, he was grinchiously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused. And then the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet, ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel so quite right, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning night. And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. The end. My friends, the Grinch that stole Christmas, my friends, all my friends from the community coming out tonight, my friends, to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Okay? Happy holidays to you all. And now, right now, please, if you can, hashtag HeyBlue, upload it to your social media, Facebook, anywhere. I don't care, any social media, we'll find you so we can raise money for Big Brothers. But right now, my friends, please, if you don't mind, rock out, take it away.
We
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kids.
Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, my friends! Yeah! My friends! So, my friends, everybody that's watching, wherever you are, across the United States, around the world, on the Hey Blue page, the Verde Eco School page, and the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida page. We appreciate all of you for watching tonight and helping us raise money. My friends, I want to thank before we do that, we have to say the goodbye song. That's right. So, my friends, for me to say goodbye song, we have to sing it. So I need everybody to pick up their hands and start. Oh, yeah, let me put this here so you guys can actually see. I'm sorry. Let's put this here. Hold on. All right, my friends, here we go. So we start by... Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, young man. All right, here we go. Ready? We start by patting our thighs. Patting our thighs. Patting our thighs. Patting our thighs. Goodbye. So long. Farewell, my friends. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. We'll see you soon again, my friends. So goodbye. So long. Farewell. Goodbye to Mr. Jeff. Goodbye to Corporal Fleming. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Goodbye to Miss Kyrie. Goodbye to Miss Latuan. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Goodbye to Miss Ayana. Goodbye to all our friends that came out with us tonight. Ready? Goodbye to Malachi. Goodbye to Peyton. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Goodbye to Miss Brittany on the ones and twos. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Goodbye to all the children watching tonight. Goodbye, so long, farewell. Goodbye to my moms. Goodbye to my dads. Goodbye, so long, farewell. Goodbye, if I missed you, I'm terribly sorry. Goodbye, so long, farewell. All right, my friends. And how about a hug, a handshake, or a kiss for the ones that take care of you? Where's my wife? All right. Wait, hold on. I can't find her. And how about a hug for yourselves? And high fives for Mr. John, too. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on this special holiday ugly onesie Hey Blue Storytime. Check it out. If you didn't like my onesie, maybe somebody at home can knit me a really cool Hey Blue one for next year. I appreciate all of you for watching. I appreciate you for raising money tonight. As of right now, I just looked and we raised over $300. $300 for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Florida, and we want to make it bigger. So keep hashtagging, keep raising money, and let's do it, my friends. Thank you so much. It only lasts the time that we're going live. So if you're catching this recording afterwards, all the money that was raised during the live broadcast. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody for watching. We hope you have from my family to yours and all my friends here, we hope you have the best, most Merry Christmas, the best holiday season. Thank you all my friends for joining, and I hope you have a fabulous evening. Thank you, my friends.